Good morning, everyone. Just back with you today just to share the finish of the last few pieces I did for my nieces in the hair bows. I did show you guys these last time, but I did finally put some felt and the clip on it so they can interchange it. I added sparkle, some stickles to this one, but I've got all the felt and stuff behind all of them. This is a new one. It's a pretty pink one, and it's got like a little vintage dress it up pearlized button, and I've added stickles. Then I got this orange one and added the vintage dress it up buttons, and I added the felt on the back as well. So I've got two of each of all the flowers. Let me go over here. I wanted to show you the molds that I had made, but I seem to lost one of them. But this is a cameo one. It's a really small one that I did. Yeah, or misplaced it. But I wanted to show you this album. It's finished. I'll have pictures at the end so you can probably see it better. But I did add the name. I cut it out with Plant and School Book, and I added, let me go over here. Where it's light, it's gonna probably rain today, that's why it's so dim. It says Jaden's first birthday. I added glitter glue to the letters so they can just stand out. That's right. I added some baby rickrack, some seam binding, some ribbons. I added 3 ring binders, rings to it. I believe they're 2-inch ones. On here, on the fish, they're glossy accented, as well as the hat. I glossy accented and stickled it. Used some baby rickrack, some ribbon, added this cool button, and some floss to it. The frame is pretty simple. I was going to add glitter, but then I didn't. It's functional, so you can add a picture right behind. Here's some stickles, and I mounted it on mounting tape. Added some floss for the balloon string. Added stickles and glossy accents to the hat and the bow. So let me go ahead and open it up. I did an envelope, and it's an 8x8 album. Okay, I ran out of memory there, so like I said, it's an 8x8 album. This is some bias tape I just added some sparkle to. It's an envelope I had my mother-in-law make with her scoreboard. Some simple tags. Glossy accented that. I just added a Velcro and some rickrack, and then I glossy accented the little fish bowl and the fish. So then I got these. I made these, some tags. Glossy accented the bushes, his eyes, and the trees. I glossy accented each of these little bubbles in the background. Used seam binding for the top. I just did the outside of the bubbles. Here's some corrugated colored cardboard I received in a swap a year or two ago. And I just put some floss. Put the picture here. Glossy accented the bow and his hat and his eyes. This page is pretty simple. Big mat, I mounted him on mounting tape. Glossy accented his eyes and his clothes and his face. I didn't fully do it, I just did the outlines. Same with this page. Did the same thing with thing 2. So you got matte here, matte here. I glossy accented the whole cake and the fish, as well as I colored the fish in here and there. So, and then just this paper clip just to hold it down so that it won't open. Glossy accented the girl. Well, I glittered her first, and then I glossy accented her. I only did her bow at first and her eyes, but then I ended up doing her shirt, the dress, her hair. Added a cute little triangular button with some floss, and I inked around the edges on all the pages. I glossy accented his shirt, his eyes, another one of those buttons. And I hand cut all the little streamers in the background. I glossy accented and stickled thing one over here. I added the pom-pom to his hat. I added the cake so it looks like he's holding the cake as well. Then over here I colored and glossy accented this balloon, but I glittered the other two. I added a pom-pom. I glossy accented his hair and his clothes. Then I did some floss. Then I made this page. I just tore some pages. Thing 1 and thing 2 is glossy accented. This one's a little book open up, so you can actually stick a photo. She can stick a photo here. But I used a regular brad and I added a little star button with some floss, and I glossy accented the center of it so it won't come off. I glossy accented the ham and the eggs. Okay, so here it just flips open. I glossy accented each of those fishes and glued them down so she can add big size photos. And then I glossy accented the hat. So it just, you know, it opens up, and then she can do it on the back as well. And then here I just did the hat again. Left room for a picture here. And then I made a little book. I did a little belly band with some rickrack, baby rickrack. And then I did the hat. I glossy accented the hat. So we have that. So there's the picture here. Mats. They're just plain photo mats on this side. And on this side. So that's the book. And just on the back and handmade, and I put the month and the year, and then some more eyelets. So that's the Dr. Seuss book, and that's everything. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.